Yeah, good evening to Team Ethos. This is Professor Rikta Desai. I am from Faculty of Architecture, Institute of Design, Planning and Technology, IDPT SCET, Sarvajanik University. I am a professor here and into the academics since 20 years. Currently, I'm also heading an interior design department. And we are continuously involved in making our curriculum more and more progressive and relevant to the current scenarios. Yeah.
Hello.
With me, I have Professor Tejas Patel.
Yeah. Hello, myself Tejas Patel. I am Associate Professor at IDPT SCET, Surat. I am also teaching this universal design subject with Professor Sarupa in this particular institute to interior design and architecture student. Beside that, I am also teaching humanities and I also guide the student of research and all. So in that particular thing also, we try to associate this particular subject, universal design subject, with those particular subject too. So this is what is our effort for this universal design subject. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Hello. Hello. Myself is Sarupa Dave. Hello. Sorry. Hello. Myself is Sarupa Dave. I am here in the teaching field from last 10 to 12 years. And I am conducting the foundation years studio with my colleagues. And here, the universal design I am teaching with the Professor Tejas Patel in the architecture students also, and also the interior design studio. Now I will request Professor Rikta, ma'am, to please carry forward.
So shall I share my screen? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay,
you can begin.
Okay. So before I start explaining about our work, we would like to congratulate Team Ethos and Udita, both for creating this platform for the concerns of universal design. And we also express our sincere thanks for providing us this opportunity to showcase our work on this platform and thereby sharing the initiatives taken by our institute in this direction. So thank you for that once again. Basically, just to give you some idea about the philosophy and pedagogy that we follow at our institute, our vision at IDPT SCET is to strive towards creating responsive built environment and self-sustainable communities through design education for creating a progressive and happy society. And we have always believed in a progressive, contextually relevant and holistic learning. And adhering to these concerns, our curriculum also aims to excel with passion in teaching, learning, research and consultancy for shaping of innovative and ethical design professionals competent to negotiate and mitigate social complexities, environmental challenges and global concerns. Now, as we all know that universal design is at its core level, it's not a very special requirement, but it is a condition for a good design. By default condition of a good design, we can say. It's not only for the benefit for a particular group of people or a particular population of the society, but it's for everybody and anybody. So if the environment is accessible, usable, convenient, it's always a pleasure to use for everybody. So with this concern, there is, kind of need to include universal design in the core education objectives, as in core objective of an design education. So the overall objectives here are individual well-being, societal well-being, enhancement of cognitive and creative abilities, and individual happiness and upliftment of societies. So these are the core objectives why we need to include universal design in our education. And with that concern, we introduced this universal design as an exclusive and compulsory course in our curriculum. And this has been introduced in our final year and in semester 9. But before introducing this as a compulsory and an exclusive subject, we also used to give some sensitivity to students in the preliminary years also by asking them about the aspects related to barrier-free design or kind of, whether the places are comfortable to each and everyone for use or not. But to make this more precise and more effective, from year 2020, we introduced this as an exclusive subject. And the aim of introducing this subject is to inculcate sensitivity in young designers regarding the significance of built environment in everyday life and the need to make it accessible, adaptable, barrier-free, and inclusive for all. So the core concern here is to prepare the young budding professionals for a human-centered design where we can create inclusive communities designing living experiences. So these are the core concerns for providing this course. And the objectives were to introduce the concept and importance of universal design, to understand various principles of universal design, and to integrate the same in design at various scales, to introduce recent advancements and developments related to the subject, including usability engineering, user-centered design, health and safety research, software engineering, and to provide a more practical understanding of the evolving design approach. So this was an overview of our course objectives. And now I will request Professor Sarupa to elaborate more upon the pedagogy that we are following in terms of execution of these objectives. So Professor Sarupa, can you please talk about that? Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Rikta. Thank you, Professor Rikta. Yes. Super. Okay, thank you, Professor Rikta. So we formulate the whole teaching pedagogy into the 4 different parts for this subject. So first is the orientation to the subject, to the students. So in that case, in the first part, we just understand student what is this universal design, why it is important nowadays, and how it can be applicable. So it is basically a brainstorming session with the students, where we can also introduce them the 7 design principles of the universal design, which are the equitable use, flexibility in use, simple and intuitive use, the perceptible information, the tolerance for error, low physical effort, size and space for approach and use. And also we give them some key terminologies and the vocabularies for this subject. After this session, after this part 1, the second is the visual and experiential analysis, where we are giving students the rapid assessment, where they have to look around the campus or their residential area or nearby any public spaces, where they have to just analyze and the experience whether that area is accessible or not. So their analytical power is going to be flourished. In that, after the third part, it is totally basically the input session by the faculties, where we are giving them the lectures on the worldwide view of the universal design, how it is come into the picture, what are the policy and legislation, then what are the case studies, worldwide case studies we are introducing them, and also we are giving them the guidelines, that NIUA guideline, and of course the Accessible India guideline. So all other countries are doing for this universal design, and where we are stand as a India, where we are standing there. Then in the last part, it is the design intervention. So here, students have to take any one design project of their past semester, and then they have to look about the project. They have to identify the issues. Also, they have to give the solution on the basis of these 7 design principles. And after giving this solution, they have to see the before condition of the project and after condition of the project. And then they have to say us what are the goals they've achieved by doing this exercise. So basically, whole this framework, we are actually connect student with this subject. Then they are taking care of this subject, and then finally they are creating their own design. So in next slide, we can see. So in this slide, it's a rapid design exercise. The main aim of this exercise is to observe the immediate surrounding and access 7 design principles of the universal design. And here, this is the exercise of the 2022 to 23 batch, where they have to taken one institutional building of their campus only. And they have to apply all these 7 principles, and they have just observed whether this area is accessible or not. So it's a basically quick and rapid preliminary survey where students are given the familiar side, so they can easily do the exercise. Then in the next exercise, which is design intervention, where I have already told you that they have to take the last semester design work, where they have to identify the issue. So basically in this case, they have to work on macro level to micro level. So all the way finding exercise, then how to park, how to approach the foyer, then inside the building, the vertical circulation, the horizontal circulation, actually going to the one area to the another area, the outside area and inside area. So as a professor, after the end of this course, we can see the outcome of the learning, that the students get sensified for the need and the importance of universal design. So they can actually see we can actually see the changes in their design. And we also design this course delivery emphasis on understanding the concerns of the universal design more through the interactive and the experiential learning rather than only the lecture giving series. So this is basically what we are teaching this in our IDPT SCET institution. Now I will request Professor Tejas Patel to explain further about the beyond curriculum, what we are doing.
Next. Okay, thanks, Professor Sarupa. So now I would like to add to this particular presentation that beside the usual study that Professor Sarupa has explained just now, and the usual exercise that has been given to the students are also encouraged to participate in various competition or maybe conferences related to universal design topic. So about that, I am going to speak in these particular slides. So as an example, you can see in this particular slide, All India Photo Contest, the competition that has been organized by Ekans Trust and the NASA, combinedly. NASA, that is National Architecture Student Activity Council. So they have organized a competition about the photograph in which student has to click or maybe pick the photograph in which they have to identify the universal design issues or problem. Then they have to analyze that particular problem or issue, and they have to give some solution for that particular issue. So this was the kind of competition that they have organized. And what we have done, we have took this particular exercise as part of that additional studies or additional exercise, which with those usual exercise that has been given to the students. So if sometimes such kind of competition that fall into timeline of our universal design subject that we deliver or in that particular semester, so we keep it as an additional exercise of our subject. Or maybe sometimes student may participate in such kind of competition as their own. So both the things that can be encouraged to the students. Beside that, yeah, just a minute. Yes, so here in this particular exercise or competition, you can able to see that student has worked or identify the issues for different kind of public places like airport you can see, or bus stop you can see, or some commercial space that you can see, and they have analyzed and given the solution for that. And not only that, student has also tried to give or identify issues for some elements like crossings or footpaths or all such kind of things. So either buildings or maybe such kind of elements that has been identified by student for this particular competition that you can able to see in this particular slide. Beyond that, not only such competition, but student, they are also having some subject like research and or research thesis and all such kind of subject they are having, in which also they try to take topics of universal design. For example, here you can able to see one of the student, she has taken the subject or topic which was about barrier-free built environment, its understanding as per for the universal design approach. And such things that has been such kind of that she has taken, and she has worked for analyze those issues for public places and all, and she has tried to identify issues and analyze it, and then she has tried to give some suggestion for that particular thing. So here it is for one of the subject, that is research thesis, which is not part of the usual study that we deliver in the subject universal design. But beyond that, she has taken this particular topic, and she has delivered her analysis and the suggestions for the topic. Beside that, currently, one of the student, she has also taken part in one international conference, and she is preparing the paper for the same, and she is going to present this particular paper, in which she has covered technical HEIs, that is higher educational institutes, and she will be analyzing that, and she will be doing the accessibility audits and all such kind of things, and she will try to understand that by scenario of Surat. She will be analyzing the institutes of Surat, and that is how she will be trying to analyze the scenario of India, how our institute HES are performing from this particular point of, that is universal design, and which are the issues the people are facing for in such institute, and how it can be, we may say, how the solutions can be given for such institute to have the better environment from universal design point of view. So such kind of competitions and research, they boost the students' encouragement, or we may say awareness for topics like this universal design. And this awareness, our job is to spread the awareness about universal design to student, and that is how to all people. So that is what beside our curriculum, this is what we are doing, competitions, or maybe paper presentations, or maybe conferences that we are doing for our students, which is not part of the subject, which is beyond the subject. And now Professor Rikta, she will be throwing some more light on the such kind of extracurricular activities in which students are also involved for this particular subject. Yes, so transferring to Professor Rikta.
Yeah, thank you, Professor, once again. And the whole idea that Sir explained is about making student aware about the real life issues. So our whole efforts are, or our attempt is to make them aware about the real world issues. So this should not remain a book based or a theoretical knowledge itself. So like the students are doing their own research studies at undergraduate level, we are also encouraging our urban design and urban planning students of postgraduate level to apply these principles of universal design at a larger level, at an urban scale. So as part of this, there was one competition or a design challenge which was floated by IIT Bombay. And the theme, it was a competition related to E-Yantra Innovation Challenge 22-23. And the theme was sustainable and advanced technologies for helping urban inclusivity. A group of 4 students participated in this competition, and under my mentorship, we proposed a project which was about doing an accessibility audit of Surat railway station. So they were supposed to identify a bustling public place in a city. So Surat railway station is one of the busiest railway station, and with a very high footfall. So they selected this railway station and did a complete detailed analysis of various issues related to accessibility and inclusivity. It is the entire study was based on their on-site observations, their own experiences about these places, and then they tried to propose some retrofitting to make this place more accessible. And they also covered up various groups of people, not only limited to people with temporary or permanent disabilities, but they also tried to cover up different age group of people, the caring mothers, the people who are not so good in understanding the learning disabilities kind of people. So they cover up all the groups together. And then this is the slide which shows their analysis of different areas at railway station. So it was a complete detailed accessible audit. And after doing this analysis, understanding these various issues, there were some, solutions proposed to that, which was not only the design solution, but it was also technological solutions proposed to that. So they suggested some, retrofitting kind of proposals where it would become easy to insert in an existing situation. So they proposed some railing design to ensure the safety while walking on the platform, which was a kind of, automated barricading kind of systems, then platform lifting to access the compartments easily at certain intervals. They also proposed a digital assist application, which will help people to navigate through various areas and which will help a person to reach to their desired destination. Along with that, they also proposed a specific support to the people with a visual impairment or a hearing impairment. That was a kind of digital assist stick with audio guide, which will help a person to reach to the desired place without any assistance. So this entire project came up very well, and the students came up with a very detailed, sensitive solutions for the issues that were identified over here. And they also, kind of understood that these are the basic design concerns. It's not something that is to be added or afterwards a kind of thing, but the concerns for accessibility and inclusivity starts right from the beginning at the design. So yeah, that was the overview of various work that we are doing at our institute. And our whole mission is to make our young budding designers to be more sensitive about this concern. And that is where we try to design these exercises, encouragement in participation of various real life issues. And the way forward we are looking for it, we try to take up more and more practical areas of interventions where it is the real life situation that we are trying to analyze, and we are trying to propose very practical and acceptable solutions to that. We also encourage our students to conduct initiatives, drives to identify these problems, and then also to create public awareness drive for capacity building in preparation of guidelines for urban public spaces. And maybe at a larger, in a nearer future, maybe we can, come up with a toolkit for designers for micro to macro level interventions that can make the built environment inclusive and barrier free for all. Yeah, so that was the overview of our work, and we hope that it will help in meeting up the purpose what Udita has initiated.